What's going on, everybody? This is Al High, host of the Casual Highlight platform, where we educate, inform, and inspire while having the casual conversation about sports. Now, this next story is very interesting. I wish I would have had my belt here right now to whoop some of y'all because just yeah, you're selfish sometimes and you don't really think things through. There's a phrase where I say toward the end of my show, of every casual highlight podcast or video, I say disrespect your senses. And the reason why I say disrespect your senses is because we need to go back and ask the question why. We've been taught certain things a certain type of way, and we just have gone with the program because it is what it is. But we've never diagnosed the problem, broke the root word or the root cause down to its very bottom of the nutrients, and then come out with the best solution. With that being said, I'm talking about Simone Biles. Some of y'all should be ashamed of yourself calling her a quitter and a disgrace to her country. Let me say it, and I'm unapologetic what I'm about to say. We can agree to disagree, but I'm about to be unapologetic. How dare you, man? Man, you need your whole hind whooped. What the hell in the heaven is wrong with you right now? Talking about she was a quitter and she quit on her team. I don't really think we've had so. Let me put it like this: America is a blessed country. America is a blessed nation. And we've just gone with the program for so long. That's the way it is. You know, they had the song that said, "That's just the way it is." And we've just had this same thing and we just kept going with the program. And then when we somebody who steps up and says, "Nah, I'm not feeling it right now," all of a sudden we ready to like throw tomatoes. Well, if you throw tomatoes, I'm bringing my belt and my paddle and I'm lighting your butts up right now. Let's talk about what Simone Biles has gone through. First of all, she went through a case with a sexual assault case with Larry Nance. I'm messing. Excuse me, not. I'm sorry, Mr. Larry Nance, not you. Larry Nazar or Lance Nazar, dealing with the USA Olympic Gymnastics Association, where she felt violated. All these women felt violated. There was no protection to protect these women. Had to go through that stuff. That's one mental thing right there. Number two, she is the GOAT. When you out there, you 4'8" and you just dominating, and you out here on the scene cutting up. All of a sudden, there was an article that I was reading about where, to make it fair for everybody else, they were going to deduct certain points from her scoring. So, man, that made me want to scratch my head right now on that one right there. That made me want to scratch that's a head scratcher because because Simone was so dominant. The judges were judging her differently. So she's been sexually assaulted, been dealing with this abuse and this BS from the USA Gymnastics Committee. Then on top of that, you're gonna score me differently to make it fair for everybody else. That could be two things. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that could be two things. Then we don't really understand the nervousness that these athletes go through. Now, this is the casual highlight. I do love sports. I do enjoy watching sports. And so I have to have I like to get to understand the athlete and the thoughts that they go through when they're playing. Did I play college? I played college very briefly. I played spring football. However, I never played in an actual game, but I love talking to athletes. I love listening to different stories about the things that athletes go through mentally, emotionally, physically. We don't know what this woman was. That's two. I gave out two reasons why what she probably could have been going through. Then okay, you're going to Tokyo. Then there's COVID. Okay, other athletes did it. Okay, I got you. But think about all these emotions that she's going through. Think about all this mental stuff that's happening. And then I've heard the comments, well, she could have gave the spot to somebody else on the team. You don't know when that trigger is going to take place. You don't know when somebody's going to have a breakdown. How dare you say that she should have gave the spot up? At that time when she was qualifying, it wasn't a problem at all. You don't know when this stuff is going to happen. And you all who make these comments don't really hear the person what they're going through out. All you care about is that they quit on America. Man, y'all just mad. You was just mad. You was just mad. Some of you just mad and you're jealous. And you ain't been through what she been through. Do you know Michael Jordan retired from the game because his father passed away and needed a mental break from it? And really, had his father not died, and there wasn't no, if there was no Olympics in '92, he would have retired after the second championship. Oh, y'all forgot about The Last Dance, one of the best sports documentaries that's out there, the one that y'all was ranting and raving about. But we talk about this 24-year-old and she has no moral values. She's a quitter. She quit on her teammates, and then her teammates came out and defended her. Her teammates came out and said, "Man, we support Simone." And then some of y'all gonna make an excuse. Oh no, that's that biased left media. That's that Democratic stuff, and that's that Democratic side of everything. You know, they just don't care. I agree with some things where we don't have, where we've lost value of certain things of life and have less appreciation. But dog, she mentally was not right. The woman was not mentally right. And she has that right to resign. I'd rather her say, I can't do it right now. I'm not in the mental space and cheer on my team, than go out there and don't and half tell it out there and look like Boo Boo the Fool or hurt herself. So let me ask you this. If she would have went out there and hurt herself, what would the conversations from the white ring, from the conservative, I'm not gonna say white ring, I'm chopping it up. What conversations would have been had the next day? Her life is gone. What if she would have really hurt herself, paralyzed herself, because she wasn't in a mental mind state? You got other gymnasts backing her up. You got the legendary Dominique Dawes. And the reason why I started watching gymnastics was because of Dominique Dawes. She out here defending her. You got other gymnasts out here defending Simone Biles. But you're mad and upset because you had a bad day at work, and so you want to be entertained, and the entertainer said, "Hey, I can't do it. I'm not mentally correct right now. I'm emotionally locked out. I can't shake this right now." How would you feel? Matter of fact, put yourself in your shoes right now. Disrespect your senses for just a moment. You've had a bad day before. I've pushed through it. I've done it. But have you been through what she's been? The ridicule? Have you been assaulted? Have you been assaulted and your clients or the people who you work with don't believe you? Think about that. Think about that, before you come out here and start making comments about she's a quitter and she's a loser and she's not American. What the whole hell in the heaven? Like, are we serious right now? You're selfish. Stop being selfish. Disrespect your senses. Find out what she's really dealing with. Don't go beyond the story. Sit down, chew on it, and think about it. But at the end of the day, Simone is still the GOAT. But shout out to Dominique. Yo, this is Al Hyde. Thank you for tuning in to my part 2 of my stories I've been wanting to cover in July that's been on my chest. Remember, God is love, and disrespect your senses.